now. You don't just call the system casing central processing unit. Okay? Let me show you. How many of you have seen this before? Have you ever seen this before? How many of you? Raise up your hand. Okay. This is what is called central processing unit. What do I call it? Again? So it's not just that box. It's not the box that they put on the table that they call central processing unit. The outside one is called the system unit. This one is the brain of the computer, and which is divided into different components. And that is where the computer brain resides. Whatever activity you want to carry out in the computer, that's what that does it. We call it central processing unit. Let's also talk about other aspect of computer, which is called the storage devices. The storage devices are where computer information are stored. We have them as what is called hard disk. What do I call it? What do I call it? Are you tired? What do I call it? Hard disk. Let me show you the picture of a hard disk. This is a picture of hard disk. This is hard disk. What do I call it? You are not talking now. That is hard disk. Okay, and that one is solid state drive. What do I call it? The picture of solid state drive. Maybe you have seen it before. This is an example of solid state drive. Solid state drive. They are not really too common in recent time. They are not really common in recent time. But that's what is called solid state drive. Okay, let me show you another one that I think you should be familiar with. Flash drive. I'm sure you are familiar with that. A device that is an optical drive. Let me show you the picture of optical drive. Maybe you have seen it before. So if you have seen it before, you tell me that you have seen it before. Optical drive. How many of you have seen this before? What do you call it? What do you call it? Thank you. That is optical drive. All these, you use them to store data, store information. You can store information permanently, and they are good examples of hardware. Another example is memory. Everybody say memory. We have two types of memory. We call it random access memory and read-only memory. Let me show you the picture of random access memory so that I'll find out from you whether you have seen it before. Picture of random access memory. Have you ever seen this one before? If you have seen it before, raise up your hand. Okay. This random access memory. Okay, let me also show you the picture of read-only memory. Have you ever seen it before? You have seen it before. Where did you see it? Pardon? So this is a picture of read-only memory. Okay, let's look at another example of hardware, which is called motherboard. Motherboard is the biggest of all the boards in a computer, where all other components of the computer reside. Let me show you the picture of motherboard. See the picture of motherboard.